Hey all, this is Andy from Science with Andy. So here's my follow-up review of the Katana Sports copper tape. So first of all, I really wanted to like this, and I think Katana Sports has done made a valiant effort in trying to find an alternative to lead tape. And I think they're 85 to 90% of the way there. But there are two main things that sort of detracted me from this product, and two things that I would want to see fixed before I would purchase this again. Now let's start with the more subjective one. So subjectively, I really didn't like the copper color, the shiny copper color. The copper color itself is okay, but it shines. I mean, it's really, really shiny. So I'm really big into aesthetics. I didn't realize how big I was into it until I played with this copper tape for a while. But in this racket, in my Diadem Elevate, it just kind of pops. you really see it, and it shines, and it disturbs me a bit. So what I would recommend is either making the copper a duller, like matte color, so that it doesn't pop as much. Or I really like the idea of having a black, sort of like a black layer on top of this. I think that's my favorite color in terms of going well with different sorts of rackets. So that's number one. Subjectively, I wasn't a fan of the color. And then number two, the objective part, which I thought this was a deal breaker, is that the adhesion is not good. It's subpar. And I've run a few different experiments with this. One where I tested how well I could stick and re-stick the copper tape. So sticking and re-sticking, it basically didn't have any grip to it. Then another experiment when I stuck a fresh piece of copper tape and wanted to see how it performed over match conditions. And we can see here, I'm not sure whether you can see it, but it's coming apart right at the edges. And it's like back in the day when you have to adjust your strings, your multi-filament or synthetic gut strings after each point. That's sort of how I was feeling like after every game with this copper tape. I was constantly fidgeting and trying to press it back down. So that was a bit annoying. So right now, after this I finished with this one, I'm gonna go back to probably a combination of lead and tungsten tape. The one use that I do see for this, for as is now, is for people who are putting weight on the handle of their racket, and then they're sort of sensitive about not wanting to put lead over their handle and underneath their replacement grip. This is a viable alternative in that the lack of adhesion doesn't really bother you as much, because by the time you wrap the replacement grip over it, the copper tape is going to be stuck. So that's the one use. But other than that, I think Katana, they've made a valiant effort, done a pretty good job. But I really, number one, would like to see them address the adhesion issue. And number two, if possible, bring it in different colors. Alright, this is Andy from Science with Andy. Play smart and see results.